Hello folks, this is Ash and I am going to do a demonstration of installing vCenter Server Appliance 6 on an ESXi host. So I already have an ESXi host running right now on my network, home lab network, and I've downloaded the ISO file that will be used to install. There it is. The vCenter Server Appliance 6. So in Windows 10 you can just double click ISO file, it will mount it like so. Uh, Once it's mounted, go ahead and go to vCSA folder, install the client integration plugin. So once you install the client integration plugin, once that installation is finished, it's pretty straightforward. Click on this HTML file. Once you click on the HTML file, you're going to get this message. It's going to ask, you might be prompted to allow it to run the plugin. In my case, I had already done so I was not prompted to do that again. So go ahead and click on install, accept, blah blah blah, next. Now FQDN or IP address. This is the FQDN or IP address of the ESXi host where you will be installing the vCenter server. So type the FQDN of whatever ESXi host you have in your network. Type the login username. In my case, I'm using root, and the default whatever root password you have set for your ESXi host. All right. Once you type that in, hit next. It's going to validate by connecting to it. You're going to get a certificate warning. Hit yes to accept it. Wait for it to finish validating. Now there other option is for you to install the vCenter server on a Windows Server platform. Sorry for the yawn. I prefer to do an appliance deployment on a ESXi host. I just prefer it that way. It works for me. Okay, appliance name. Give it whatever name you want to give it. I'm gonna call it vCent1. Define whatever root password you want it to have. Hit next. So now it's going to give you an option which basically says either you do an embedded platform service controller or you separate these out into different controllers. So I'm just going to go with the embedded. That will include the platform service controller and vCenter server. Hit next. So here you can create a new SSO, single sign-on service, or you can join an existing one. We don't have an existing one, so we're going to go with the new one. We're going to create a new one. Specify administrator password. Now this is for SSO only. Now remember, the first password we specified for root, that's for to give you root access to the system itself. Now this is for the single sign-on a service, which basically like I guess in a very loose terms we can say it's like a Active Directory for vSphere environment on your network. So domain name, well, I guess we could call it devlab dot uh, vsphere devlab. I guess I could call it that. Oh, okay. Site name. Jeez. I guess that should be good enough. Okay, hit next. Appliance size, I'm just gonna go with the smallest. Next. Now it's gonna ask me for a data store where it needs to install it. It's gonna show you all the data stores available on your ESXi host right now. So I have all these available. Geez, how much space does this thing need? Think about 100. So let's install it on this. Thin disk mode. You know what thin disk mode is. So it does not pre-allocate disk space. It only expands as per need. So I'm not going to select that. So hit next. It's going to validate. Okay. So now you can either go with the embedded database or use a Oracle database. If you select Oracle, you have to specify a database server, external database server, and whatnot. So I'm just gonna go with the embedded because my home lab is a very small environment. I got not many computers. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. It's late. Next. Choose network. Ooh, 10 gig. I can go with that. Yeah. Let's leave it on home for now. I can add the second one later. Okay. Give it DHCP. Synchronized. Enable SSH. You know what SSH is. This option basically synchronizes, not SSH, but this one, where my mouse is. This synchronizes the vCenter server appliance time with the ESXi. These are basically names of network I have available on my ESXi. Hit next. Yeah, I agree. Next. Finish. Alright, so now after everything has been done, it's gonna initialize. It'll take a few minutes. I'm gonna pause the video while that's happening. We'll return after it's done.